Hi everyone, this is How to Suck Less Street Fighter 4, the basics. And this video we're just going to be covering a few of the basic mechanics in Ultra Street Fighter 4 and how to use them. So we're starting with Ryu here, and we're assuming that you've all played a Street Fighter game before, and you know about blocking and jumping and punching and those special moves and things. And we're just going to cover some of the unique things in here. So, first of all, we're going to cover EX moves. So every character's got a regular special move, say a fireball here. Right? Ryu's got fireballs, everyone knows Ryu's fireballs. Now if you press 2 punch buttons instead of just 1, he does a better fireball. And he uses one of his blue super meter bars, one of his 4 bars down there. I'm in training mode, so it's not actually using anything up. You get the picture. Pretty much every move in the game has a version of this. So he's got his whirlwind kick there, and if you do it with 2 buttons, it's a much better whirlwind kick. And of course, he's got his Shoryuken. The other thing you can do with your super bar is if you get all 4 of the bars, as I have down below, you can do a super move. Every character has one. Ryu's in this case is a super fireball, and so what you're going to do in his case is you're going to see me do on the right or left if you're following there. The move's a double quarter circle forwards, 1, 2, and then a punch. So double quarter circle forward and punch. And this would normally use the entire super meter, right? So stronger version of this fireball. Every character has one of those. And then there's ultras, which is the circular bar in the bottom left and bottom right corners. And when they get at least halfway full, you can do an ultra move. And every character's got 2 of them. And when you're picking your character, you'll pick one or the other, or you can pick, I think it's called Ultra Double, and you'll have access to both of them, but they'll both be weaker. So in Ryu's case, I'm just going to show you the one. He's got an Ultra Fireball. And the Ultra moves are all done with some sort of joystick input and then pressing all 3 punches or all 3 kicks. So Ryu's Super Fireball was double quarter circle forward, 2 fireball motions, and then a punch. And now I'm just going to do 2 quarter circle forwards, 2 fireball motions, and then all 3 punches. Right? There's a camera angle change, and you get a super ultra powerful fireball. Right? So those are all the bar mechanics in the game. A couple other things. Throws have been in Street Fighter forever. In the Ultra Street Fighter 4, they're done with both quick punch and quick kick. Right, so you press them at the same time, you get a throw. If you press both the hards at the same time, you get a super important taunt. And then the really interesting one, if you press both mediums, you get a move that looks like this. And everyone's is different, but they all have this sort of dark, shadowy effect. And this move is really important. If you charge it up and hit a guy with it, they will collapse in front of you. And if you get hit once while you're in this move, you'll absorb a hit. You can absorb 1 hit. Most hits, not like ultra moves. But so if a guy's jumping in, he's going to hit you, or you're doing an attack you see coming, you do this, you absorb the hit, and you hit him. Right? And he goes crumbling at you. So those are the basic mechanics in the game. On to basic gameplay. So if you want to learn the basics of playing Street Fighter, what you're going to do is you're going to find your character, you're going to learn their supers and their specials and all their moves, and then you're going to find some pokes. And pokes are just long-range moves, fairly long-range moves, right? Longer things like this, like it's crouching, and these are just moves when you want to reach out and touch someone, right? From a long ways away where they hopefully can't get at you. Right. So Ryu has down and medium kick. He has a standing fierce kick or hard kick. And then he has forward and hard punch, which looks like this. And hits from quite a ways away. It hits from just longer than the hard kick. If I get the right range just right. So those are some really good pokes that Ryu has. Now, once you got some pokes and you know how your character's moves work, you're going to find a bread and butter combo. And this is just something, hopefully that's going to lead off of a poke. and it's going to have a special move in it probably. So for Ryu, we're just going to try this. Down and medium kick, and then immediately after doing that move, before we even see it hit, we just do a fireball motion. And so it's not letting it finish and then having a fireball. It's immediately one to the other, and this is called cancel, where the first move sort of stops executing and the next one immediately starts. In Street Fighter 2, the original Street Fighter 2, this was actually a bug. They didn't actually mean to put this in, but ever since then it was so popular, it's such a part of it that they left it, of course. So this is your bread and butter combo. You just want to be able to do this anytime you want. Someone does a move that whiffs, misses you, and you need to do some damage, you're going to do this, right? You jump over something and you hit a guy in the air, you're going to do it. Oh, I jumped and kicked. Oh, okay. It's got to be second nature to you. Okay. Now, you can get complicated with these things, of course. You can get better ones. You can get ones that are, you know, do a little bit more damage. But the other important thing about your bread and butter is it should be safe. So if I get this blocked, he can't get me back. It's safe, right? If I do one that ends with the hurricane kick, that is not safe. I'm going to get comboed. I'm going to get hit back if it's blocked. Right, so generally speaking, with this, your first go-to combo should be safe. Right, now immediately you can use one of those EX moves we mentioned before if you have some bar to spare. Put an EX move in there instead. It does more damage. Sometimes it changes its properties. Okay, so you've got your moves. You know how to use your super. You know how to use your ultra. You have a bread and butter combo. You can do whatever you like. What's next? Well, you're going to want to know how to land your supers and how to land your ultras. So supers are more straightforward. You can cancel into a super, right? So I'm going to do my low kick, and then I'm going to do a fireball motion, and then I'm going to do another one really, really quickly. And I'm going to press the button both times. So it's going to be kick, then fireball, then fireball, as fast as I can, right? If I do that right, I get the kick, I get the fireball, and then I get my super, all in one combo. And that'll use my whole super bar. Last thing we're going to go over is how to land ultras. Now that's a little trickier, because you can't cancel into an ultra. There's usually a couple ways for each character to do it, though. The first is almost universal, and it's this medium punch plus medium kick move I mentioned before. Okay. If you hit a guy with it and he collapses, you have some time before he hits the ground. Whoop, I wasn't quick enough. Oh, I did my super there, but the super connects as well. There we go. Right, where he's going to do it. So that's one guaranteed way of landing your ultra. And if you don't have your ultra meter, usually you have other options. You can do your bread and butter. With Ryu, there's one other way he can land his ultra that I'm going to cover here, and that's with his EX hurricane kick. So I'm going to use two buttons, two kick buttons, and he's going to do this version. And you're going to notice that if I'm in the corner, it kind of pops up a little, kind of floats in the air a little. Right? And if I'm quick, after he's done that, get him before he hits the ground. So, just a few things for you to try and figure out with each of your characters. I might do some character-specific videos next. Thanks.